Hearing that fanfare just fills you with a sense of triumph, doesn't it? What's happening, guys? My name is Adam, aka Speedy Spectrum, and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. In the last episode, we recovered the geographic projection deep in the Awakening Wood, and, by extension, unlocked a new area. For day 5, we're going to explore the new area. I know, what a shocker, am I right? Well, I hope we're ready to get our feet wet because we're exploring the Perplexing Pool. I guess it kind of looks perplexing, but first impressions, this place is massive. We're going to be spending quite a bit of time in the Perplexing Pool before our adventure is over. And to begin, we're going to withdraw 10 purples as well as all of our whites. We're going to need every last one of them, and the rest of the squadron can be comprised of reds as usual. Despite the massive amount of water in the Perplexing Pool, we're not exploring it. Instead, we have a different objective to complete. What is that, you might ask? Well, it's right over there. Look! Off in the distance! Wild Pikmin! Can you see them, Captain Olimar? They are yellow Pikmin. You encountered them when you crashed on this planet, correct? It would be most helpful if they remember you like the red ones did. Yes, most helpful. Will they remember us? Well, only one way to find out. Let's go get him. But first things first, new enemy alert! Shearwigs! Straight from the first Pikmin game. Shearwigs crawl on the ground much like shear grubs, except when their HP gets low, they'll take to the skies and slowly regain HP. However, if you throw a Pikmin while they're in midair, they will get killed instantly. And they're much easier to deal with in the first game, than in the first game, I should say, because you can actually swarm them without losing a Pikmin. And speaking of enemies that are easier in the first game, the Yellow Wollywog. Yellow Wollywogs hop in the air and attempt to squash your Pikmin. And they're much easier in Pikmin 2 because they don't have as much HP and their hitbox is a lot more forgiving. And now, from returning enemies in the first game to new enemies in the second game. These guys are Skitterleaves. Skitterleaves scuttle across the ground disguised as leaves, and the only thing they'll do is shake off your Pikmin. They are not a threat at all. The same, however, cannot be said for a new variant that was introduced in Pikmin 3, the Desiccated Skitterleaf. Those guys are nasty, but thankfully we don't deal with them in this game. Okay, now that all of the enemies have been cleared, we're going to need to divide and conquer in order to make the most of day 5. And we'll do that just as soon as the last leaf is delivered. And just like in the Awakening Wood, we can only have 95 Pikmin due to the wild yellow Pikmin up in that tree. We're going to head to the left to start things off. And be sure to brush up against the plants so they register in the Piklopedia. So we're going to walk all the way to the other side where we find some seesaw blocks. Once again, we need to disband the group and we'll have Olimar walk on the lower block. And as for Louie, one Pikmin will send Olimar up. Louie will stay on the bottom level, and now we need to throw everybody up here. This also gives me time to explain that each area in Pikmin 2 represents a particular season. The Valley of Repose takes place in winter. The Awakening Wood takes place in the springtime. In the Perplexing Pool, it's summer. But this is no time for us to take a tan. No, this is time for us to be introduced to a new enemy, and yet another returning enemy from the first game. Swooping Snitch Bugs. These guys are just as annoying as they were in Pikmin 1. They will swoop down in an attempt to grab your Pikmin, but they will not eat your Pikmin. Instead, they'll throw them back down into the ground and replant them. So any flowers... Oh, okay! I actually did not see that coming. New enemy alert, Mitites. Mitites can sometimes hide in eggs. When they emerge, they will cause your Pikmin to scatter because of their unpleasant smell. Purple Pikmin, however, are not affected by them. And if you throw a purple Pikmin into the group, chances are that all of them will get KO'd. And when Mitites die, they leave behind a spot of nectar. I didn't expect to encounter them. That actually kind of scared me. But that is not even close to the scariest thing in this level. Nope, we're going to meet it right now. Say hello to the Fiery Bulblax. The Fiery Bulblax is easily one of the most dangerous enemies in the game. Because it's on fire, only reds can safely take it down. And another thing that's dangerous about them is that they've got a lot of HP. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Very nice. Okay, I escaped without a scratch somehow. With the Fiery Bulblax down, let's go ahead and take the whites. And we're going to need to use a spicy spray to pump them up because I want to take that gate down ASAP. So while the whites get to work on that gate, we are going to take the reds and the purples over to this log right over here. And thankfully, we're out of reach of that fiery blowhog. This also gives us the opportunity to explain a new gimmick. This web-like mold here. What is this? A strange mold-like botanical entity has spread across the ground here. Interesting. I am detecting other plant life suffocating beneath it. There really is no name for this web mold-like thing. Oh, wow! I heard the whites finished the gate already. We'll go ahead and tend to them in just a moment. But first, I want to get Louie to the other side. That mold covers burgeoning spiderworts, and the two burgeoning spiderworts in that specific place have purple berries, which are great for farming ultra bitter spray. Oh geez, I forgot about those shearwigs. Oh, yikes. Yeah, that actually kind of took me off guard. All right, let's quickly deal with you guys and carry you back to the onion. But back to what I was saying earlier. Fiery Bulblaxes are among the strongest enemies in the game. And admittedly, I got very lucky because it decided not to chomp down on my squadron. However, you might want to consider using an ultra spicy spray or an ultra bitter spray on them. And that's because they can attack so quickly. Let's go and get rid of this fiery blowhog so it doesn't cause us any more trouble. Very nice. Now, while everyone is carrying back the spoils, the rest of the squadron will get to work on that mold. Meanwhile, we're going to take the white Pikmin and we're going to start working on these yellow pellet posies. So there's a 1, there's a 5, and there is a 10. Okay, with all of that said and done, let's call the yellow Pikmin to us. The yellow Pikmin have climbed down the tree and are staring in this direction. They appear to like high places and seem to be quite light. They also have very large ears. If I had named them, they would be called Ear Pikmin, but I will use the name Olimar gave them. Curious. My static electricity sensors are reacting violently. What could this mean? Okay, yellow Pikmin are a lot more useful in this game than they were in the first. Because they are lighter than the other colors, they can be thrown high into the air, allowing them to reach items off high ledges, the high ledges that we couldn't access before. Furthermore, they are no longer able to wield bomb rocks as they did in the first game. Instead, they are now immune to electricity, making them a lot more useful. Because let's face it, all yellow Pikmin were good for in the first game was for destroying obstacles. And that was pretty much it. So we're definitely going to see a lot more use out of them in Pikmin 2, I am glad to say. This is also the main reason why I decided not to carry that fiery Bulblax back to the Red Onion, because I wanted to save it for the yellow Pikmin. For now, I'm going to spend some time bringing stuff back to the Yellow Onion, since we recently discovered it. Now, if this area looks familiar to you as a whole, it should, because it's exactly the same as the Distant Spring in Pikmin 1, but with minor changes, of course. Similarly, the Forest of Hope from the first game is the exact same area as the Awakening Wood in Pikmin 2. Which confirms that you are traveling in the exact same areas as you were in the first game. Case in point, the area where you discover the yellow Pikmin in Pikmin 2 is the exact same place where you fight the armored cannon beetle in Pikmin 1 in the Distant Spring. So it's kind of cool that they incorporated that. Alright, I think we are ready to recover a treasure. So we're going to switch over to Olimar, and we are going to carry back some berries. Oh, maybe not. You know, on second thought, we're just going to leave those berries alone for now, and let the ravenous whisker pillars munch on them. Everyone should be back at base right now, and they are, which is good. We're going to reduce our ranks in preparation for the cave that we're going to tackle. We have 55 red Pikmin in our squadron right now, and we need to reduce our ranks to about 20. We have all the purple Pikmin we need. And because we've sent certain red Pikmin back to the Onion, we can now take out some more yellow Pikmin. We'll need 15 for the upcoming cave. But before we do anything, I just need to check and make sure I didn't leave anyone behind, and it doesn't appear that I did. So we're going to jump down here, and we're going to get everyone flowered up. We're actually going to ignore the Mightites because taking them back would be a waste of time. And there's something else we need to grab. Now that we have the yellow Pikmin, we can access items on high ledges, including this thingamajig. It's a bottle opener. How nice. Alright, let's go throw everybody up here. We'll have more than enough time to carry it back, except for some reason, they aren't grabbing it. Oh, there we go. Okay. While the yellows are taking back the bottle opener, I just want to check my spray count. So I have a grand total of 0 purple berries. That's okay because I really don't need them. At the very least, I wanted to show that place where you can farm purple berries. We're going to head all the way back to the ship because we don't need 30 white Pikmin. We only need about 10. Alright, so now we gotta wait until everyone carries back the bottle opener, and I'm starting to run out of time. There we go. Okay. This actually is quite a clever name, believe it or not. Only worth 50 Pokos. The Impediment Scourge, because bottle caps are apparently an impediment. That's actually quite funny. All right, where is everybody? Let's see. There are no free Pikmin, and I already have 20 in my group. So, let's see. Oh, I guess I put away too many, white Pikmin. About 15 will suffice. And I think we've got everyone that we need. We're starting to run out of time, but thankfully, the cave we want to explore is right over here. My sensors are giving out foreboding signals. These signals could very well mean that this hole is filled with wretched, nasty bugs. Vicious program-terminating bugs. Yeah, it's kind of a running gag in that the ship can't stand slimy bugs or insects. In fact, it's pretty prissy when you really think about it. I'm going to change my mind. I'm actually going to return 5 white Pikmin back to the Onion. A squadron of 55 seems right. So, when you are ready, hop into the hole. In the next episode, we are going to explore the Citadel of Spiders. See you guys next time.